Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Rachel here, and this video is a bit more serious than my other sort of fun makeup videos. So it's about quite a personal topic for me, and I wanted to talk about it because I feel like this is one of the best platforms to sort of raise awareness and sort of come out as such about it. I've been questioning whether to make this video, and a lot of things happened that sort of confirmed that I should make this video. Some people that know me personally know about this already, and some people that know me personally don't know about this. That's why it's sort of a coming out thing. I feel like I need to talk about it now and just explain it from sort of my point of view. So I have sickle cell anemia, and that is a long-term genetic disorder. I want to tell you the generic definition first. I wrote it down and I drew like pictures, so it's a bit... I'm not good at drawing, I just tried something. NHS describes it as a serious inherited blood disorder where the red blood cells develop abnormally. That's very true, and that causes a lot of problems inside my body. I know I look very normal on the outside. I know I look very normal on the outside, like, oh, there's nothing wrong with her. There is something wrong with me. The inside of my body is basically attacking itself. That's what it is. My body does make red blood cells like yours, but sometimes mine come out a bit weird. So my definition of it is a bit different because it's quite subjective. It's quite a objectively subjective illness, as in it is genetic, it is real, it is a thing, but my pain is different from someone else's pain with it, and my experiences are different from someone else's experience with it, if that makes sense. So I describe it as a severely painful and frustratingly amazing aspect of my life. I'm going to come back to that definition because I think it's very important. I think the first thing I want to say is it is genetic, so no one can catch it from me. I can't give it to someone, you know, I can't then get it back from someone. It's not a cold, it's not a flu, it's a genetic disorder that I have and will have for the rest of my life. There's no cure, so, which kind of sucks, but that's that really. So yeah, so you can't, so if someone says to you, oh, I have sickle cell, can't, oh my god, don't cough on me. It's not like that, no, because I cough all the time, no one else has got it, so I definitely know so you can't catch it. So this is a normal red blood cell. All it was a circle, I still managed to mess it up. This is a normal red blood cell. I have these, I do have these in my body, but sometimes all the time, my body makes weird ones, like, so this more like that shape, so like a moon sort of. They call it a sickle, so a sickle red blood cell. This red blood cell moves freely around the blood vessels, it goes in and out nicely, carries loads of oxygen, it's fluid, it's nice, it's perfect. This one, as you can see, there's less space for oxygen. This isn't a biology lesson because I'm not that good at biology, but I'm just saying because it kind of makes sense if I explain it in that way. So this one has less oxygen in there because it's smaller. It's sticky, so it's hard to get in and out of the blood vessels. It usually gets stuck in the blood vessels, and that causes a crisis, which is the most painful thing I have ever felt in my life. It's so painful. It's like undescribable. It's just ridiculous, and it's not nice. Crises happen when these get stuck in my blood vessels, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So this is a normal side, you know. This is a blood vessel. I've tried to draw it. It's hard. It's really hard. This is just normal red blood cells just going through freely and just, you know, normal. This one, as you can see, there's some sickle, there's some normal ones because I have normal ones, but it's getting stuck because this is sticky. It can't bend. It can't bend and move around the blood vessels and move through the blood vessels, so it gets stuck. and there's like a build up, like a traffic jam of red blood cells, which is obviously extremely dangerous because no oxygen. Say if that's, I don't know if that's an organ tissue or if that's a leg, or no oxygen is getting to the rest of that part of the body, if that makes sense. This is silly painful. This is really, really painful. If you know anyone with sickle cell, you've probably either seen them have a crisis or they've told you they've had a crisis. When it's bad, you have to go to hospital. Usually go for about a week. You get oxygen, you get painkillers. If you're really bad, you have blood transfusions. It just depends what kind of, how bad this one was or how severe it was. Now, it's really hard, this bit, because people think this is just painful. Yes, it's painful, but it's so much more than pain. You know, I've always said the worst bit isn't the pain. The worst bit is people not understanding. Not that they don't want to understand, it's just that they can't understand because it's painful. You can't understand pain, right? So, because like what's painful for someone else isn't painful for, like, say me or another person. This is extremely painful. This makes me cry, makes me scream. It makes me not want to be alive. Like, it's so painful. It's more than a cramp, it's more than period pain. I actually struggle to describe the pain. So it's really hard. So that's a big sort of part. And these crises happen if I exercise too much. Yeah, that's happened. If I drink alcohol, some of my friends know. Probably laughing at me now. Cold weather, cold in general, can trigger it off. It's really, really scary actually, because you don't want to get triggered at the wrong time. Sometimes these crises happen slowly, so you get like a bit of a warning. You get maybe like a tingling in your arm, or you know, something, or you feel a bit sicky, or you feel tired. So sometimes that happens and you just have to get home. You know, you could be in the middle of on a date or whatever, I don't know. You need to get home because that's only going to get worse. Obviously you can take painkillers with you and you can take it there, but I have Oromorph at home. If I'm on a date and I'm just drawing up Oromorph in my syringe, it's going to look very weird. So it's about being aware and being sure that this is not, that you have it under control. And it's hard to control it sometimes, because sometimes it just starts randomly. Like, it could start now, and do you know what I'm saying? So, and it could start at a 9 out of 10. I need to get to hospital for that. Like, I can't control that at home. So there are things that trigger it that I try to avoid. And there's sometimes I have a crisis for nothing. It just happens, like, so it will like wake me up or something. So I'll be sleeping normally. This happened a lot when I was younger actually. Be sleeping normally and it would wake me up. Like, bolt up, I'd be screaming. I'd have to go to mum's room, she'd have to help me. That's one sort of symptom, a crisis. Yeah, that's pretty big symptom. I think a lot of people with sickle cell have that symptom. Also, you feel really tired. You have less red blood cells, because if some of your red blood cells are sickled, they're not that useful. So I sleep a lot. I take a lot of naps during the day as well, because I just feel so tired. And it's not like oh, I just feel a bit sleepy. It's like, no, my arms feel heavy, my legs feel heavy. I have to sleep, otherwise it's just not gonna work. A lot of people that know me, they know that I have yellow eyes. I'm gonna explain this now. This is probably one of the first times I'm explaining it, because I felt really awkward about my eyes. That's why I do a lot of eye makeup. I felt really awkward about my eyes. I didn't like them because they're yellow. They're yellow here, I'm saying. I know a lot of people have looked at it and thought, oh, why is their eyes yellow? But, you know, didn't want to ask. So I've got to explain it now, because I'm okay about explaining it now. So I have jaundice in my eyes. They're actually pretty good today. There's like a tinge of yellow, but they're pretty good today. And get it in your hands and your feet. It's yellowing off the skin as well, but obviously I've got dark skin, so you wouldn't see it. So when I get my hands go really yellow, the bottom of my feet go really yellow. So your red blood cells last 100 to 120 days. That's a really long time. Well, that's, you know, a good time. and mine lasts 10 to 20 days. That's significantly shorter. Because it's breaking down so fast, it leads to jaundice because the red blood cells don't last long at all. So that's why I have yellow eyes, and the more yellow my eyes are, the more ill I get. So I hate my eyes, but I love them because it's sort of like a sign for me to be able to tell, okay Rachel, this is happening now, you're getting more ill. Do you know what I mean? And like my mum can tell, she'd be like, your eyes are yellow. What you have to do, you have to drink like loads of water. My doctor actually said to me, if you drink 4 litres of water a day, your eyes won't be yellow anymore. So I did it for like a week and they were still yellow. So I was just like, you know, so it's not going to go away, I'm not going to get rid of it. So that's why I have yellow eyes, not because I'm half alien, it's because I have jaundice in my eyes. I think a really important thing to explain is acute chest syndrome. This is really serious, and I had that the other day actually, and I did almost die. Very scary stuff. Acute chest syndrome, a life-threatening lung condition. Infection in the lung causes problems with air circulating there. This causes extreme chest pain. Your lungs don't work properly at the right capacity. You can't breathe in properly. It's wow. It's just the whole thing. You know, I called one of my friends. I was like, I can't breathe. Like, I was terrified. I was shitting it. But I'm fine now because look, you know, people are probably watching this video and go, she doesn't have sickle cell, she looks fine. And it's like, nah, this is makeup. When I'm ill, I look ill. I do have this illness, like I'm not making it up, because this would be long. I've been talking for 16 minutes already, so imagine. And it was all a big lie. Obviously there are many other complications, but as I said, I had the time to go through it all, so I've just written them all down. This isn't all of the complications, there's many more. These are just a few. Stroke, pulmonary hypertension, infections, osteomyelitis, that hurts like a bitch. Meningitis, thank God I've never had that. Leg ulcer, blindness, and organ damage. Organ damage is inevitable with sickle cell. You can't avoid it because when you have a crisis, you're not the tiniest bit gets damaged every time you have a crisis. I take medicines every day, obviously. I try not to take painkillers every day. It's very hard to not take painkillers every day because we actually have chronic pain. So the medication I take every day is penicillin. This is actually a lifesaver drug, so thank you Alexander Fleming. It's weird because when my mum says clean my room, I just go Alexander Fleming, and she can't say anything because obviously he's like saved my life basically. For those of you that know Alexander Fleming, you'll get that reference. For those of you that don't, just skip it. I take folic acid tablets. This makes more red blood cells because obviously mine don't last as long as everyone else's. Also take hydroxycarbamide or hydroxyurea. That's actually a mild chemotherapy drug. I don't have cancer, it's just for it's supposed to help treat my illness as well. This is back to my definition now. Severely painful and frustratingly amazing aspect of my life. That's meant to say aspect, but severely painful, obviously I've explained, like the crises are very painful, like very physically painful, and they hurt so bad. There's also like quite a lot of emotional pain. I had a lot of amazing friends. They've done so much for me and helped me when I was ill and when I was, you know, they came to visit me, which they didn't have to do because it takes up quite a bit of time and stuff like that. So they've done more than enough for me, and yeah, I can't like say thank you enough really. Anything I do will just not be enough because they've done like so much for me, because last year was like really hard. It's a lot easier when you have like nice friends like how I did, how I do. They're still my friends and I still talk to them and stuff like that. So it's so much more easier, and obviously with like my family and stuff like that. So the frustrating part, like, it's just really annoying because sometimes you just want the pain to go, or you just get tired of it, like, and it's just never gonna go away. It's always gonna be there, it's always gonna annoy you, you're always gonna get ill, you're always gonna end up in hospital at least once a year at least. You know, it's not like a cold, like it comes, oh this is annoying for a bit, but then when it goes it's like, oh, like it's never gonna go. Even when the crisis go, it's still there. So after a while you just get tired, or you're just like, oh, I'm so over it. So that's what's frustrating. But amazing is some of the things I've experienced is better than some of the things that you guys will experience. Sorry, but it is. Sometimes when you're in the hospital you meet people that really, really inspire you, and you just think, wow. She was really ill, she had a seizure and she couldn't walk. She came onto the ward, she was like the bed next to me, and she couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't do anything. By the end of that week she was up, talking, walking. She was up and walking in a week. I was like, no, you're amazing. You're like, that's, I don't know, that's just ridiculous. There was this family whose mum was opposite me, but there's the daughter and the son, and I still speak to these people now because they're just such lovely people. They were so nice. I was like, wow, like meeting them has definitely inspired me, because they are amazing people. They've changed me for better. So that's what I mean when I say it's amazing, because people go, oh, how can that be amazing? It can be amazing. Like, this is the amazing thing. When I say aspect of my life, it's only like a section of my life. It's not my life. I'm not in the hospital now. I'm not ill now. I'm ill, but I'm not ill now. The certain aspect is just when it acts up. It acts up quite a bit, but you know, when it doesn't, people wouldn't know. That's what I'm saying. It's just an aspect of my life. You know, I still go to uni. I don't work, but I would work if I could. I still go camping, I still go on holiday, I still watch movies. That's all I do really, watch movies and watch TV. You know, I still do all these things. It's just sometimes I just get ill, that's all. Just made this video so people know, people are aware, because I think sickle cell is common enough but rare enough, if that makes sense. Like, people know about it but people don't know about it. People may have heard of it. Oh, is that the one where they have like funny red blood cells, or is that the one where you have pain a bit? Yeah, that is the one, but it's more than that. It's, you know, and that's why I'm making this video. It's more than what you think. It's also not common enough for me to go, yeah, I have sickle cell, and for someone else opposite me to go, yeah, I have that too. I'm not likely going to hear that. I went to a private school, predominantly black people, 100, and I was the only one with sickle cell anemia. I knew that because I was a bit nosy and looked on the chart, but sorry guys, so I knew who had illnesses and didn't. I'm sorry. This is what I mean, like, it's not that common, whereas like there was like 20 people with asthma, you know. If you want to read more, there's like links in the description box. I've left sort of probably a blog. I've left the blog, NHS website, to go read more about it, because I have not gone in depth at all. You know, people with sickle cell are probably thinking, is that all she talked about? You know, I haven't gone in depth. This is the surface. If you want to also know more, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to make more videos. I'm going to be explaining my experiences. There are going to be some stupidly funny stories, because I am very silly and I don't learn. So tune in for those. And there's going to be more explaining it as much as I can in my terms. I'm not going to use biological terms because I'm not a biology teacher, and I never will be. This should be very good. I'm just happy I'm able to open up about it. And if you have questions, leave it in the comments. If my friends have questions, or that you want to go, oh my god, why didn't you tell me? Oh my god. You know, if you want to WhatsApp me, yeah, definitely contact me. I'm happy to explain it more if you want to know more right now. But anyway, I've talked enough. But thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing my but hearing about my life and respecting it, and hopefully you can share it. I don't want people to like it. I don't care if you like this video. I'm not bothered about that. I just want you to share it, because I want more people to know about this. I want more people to understand this. I want more people to be aware. So please, please, please share this video if you can. Yeah, just thank you for watching this. If you are watching, well, you're obviously watching this if I'm open, but thank you. And I was actually really nervous to make this video, but it wasn't that hard, and I'm happy I've made it now. So yeah, bye guys.